CEO Ronald from Creating a Difference. We got my man Stanton, he's got a bowling ball. We're gonna show you how to find the positive access point with a piece of tape. So Stanton, I need you to go ahead and throw a shot for me, and we're gonna find your positive access point. Positive access point is probably the single most important variable that you need to know as a bowler, because it's gonna allow you to understand how layouts can impact your ball motion. So we're gonna do kind of a guess and test system here. We're gonna let him throw a shot. I'm gonna look at his bowling ball track, and I'm gonna use that to approximate where it is. And we're gonna put a piece of tape where we think the track is at, or the access point's at. You can do this at home, but you gotta have somebody else watch the tape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at his ball track, try to kind of find the first ring. There's one here, but there also is a ring over here. So then what I'm gonna do is, we know it's on the right side of the ball somewhere. I'm gonna try to use that ring and get an approximation of where that should be. So we're gonna guess right here to start. Now, if it's right off of his hand, this piece of tape will not move. If it's wrong, it'll wobble. As it goes down the lane, it's gonna wobble regardless. I need it off of his hand for it not to move. So we'll take a look at that as he throws a shot. So we'll see if that piece of tape is wobbling off of his hand or not. So it wobbled off his hand. So that means we've got to move it to be able to appropriately find the piece. Now, he's not going to be able to see that, because by the time he sees the ball, it's at least 10 feet down the lane, yeah. So you're not going to be able to see it, but I'll be able to see it looking at back here behind you. All right, so that wasn't it. So based on that, and looking at the track again, I'm gonna start by moving it down. It is a guess, it is a guess. And that's okay. We can continue to have you throw shots until we find it, and eventually we will find it. So we'll take a look now and see if we have gotten closer to being able to find that access point. Oh, we're getting close. Getting close. So I'm literally watching it off of his hand. That's the key. It can be in the air still, but off of your hand, I need the tape to be just dead solid. It's close. It's very close. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, move it just a little bit, and then we'll see if this is it. So we'll see how close we are here. Oh. We are definitely directionally correct here. I'm gonna go one more move, one more small move. I think we can get just a little bit better. So now let me move it one more time. All right. We're gonna see if that's it. And it is, like I said, it's kind of a guess and test, so that's okay. You can move it around until you think you got it figured out. There it is. Off his hand, that is the positive access point. So now what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get a quarter scale, and you're gonna need to take the quarter scale to be able to measure the coordinates. So we're gonna get the ball. So let me tell you what this means, right? So effectively, when he releases the ball is spinning around this spot. And what you'll do as a pro shop operator is you'll look at the distance between here and the pin, here, and the mass bias if the ball has a mass bias. And using these distances, you can begin to talk about and decide what you want to be able to do in terms of laying out the bowling ball. So you want to have this spot relative to something. You're going to want to have it relative to the center of the grip. So we're going to find his center of the grip. We're going to put this there and look for, this is 2/8. So that's the center of that span. And then I'm going to actually draw a line here. Like so. Hang on, let me make sure I got that span right. So 2 1/4 is the half measurement. So that's going to be the half measurement. Then what you're going to do is we're going to draw a line over, and then it would go up or down. Now this one happens to kind of split that tape right in the middle, so we're not going to go up or down. What that means is that his axis point from the center of the grip here is an over measurement, and it's not an up or a down. So now we're going to see what that over measurement is. So it is 5 11/16. Yep, that's 11/16. So it's 5 11/16 over. And then it doesn't go up or down. Sometimes they'll go up, sometimes they'll go down, depending on how you release the ball. But he's 5 11/16 over by 0 up or down. And if you wanted to check this ball, one of the most critical factors is how far this spot is away from the pin. So this pin is a 4 5/8. There we go. A 4 5/8 inch pin. What that means is, as this pin gets closer to 3 3/8 to this spot, becomes stronger, more hook earlier. As it gets further away from 3 3/8, going this direction, it's longer and more back end. As you go closer than 3 3/8 toward this spot, the pin will make the ball hook earlier and be smoother. So it's kind of a unique set of reactions, so to speak. Basically, 3 3/8 is the maximum amount of hook you're going to be able to get. As you move closer, that hook becomes earlier and smoother and more rolly. As you get further away, that hook becomes longer and more angular. So this ball at 4 1/2, almost a little bit 4 5/8, basically, it's kind of more toward the go longer side of the equation, so to speak. And you're gonna get probably a pretty consistent reaction out of this ball. Down the lane, pretty consistent reaction down the lane. So that's what you can tell by just having this spot. Without having this spot, you're in a lot of trouble because you're just making a guess. But now that we have that, we can lay out bowling balls accordingly to be able to get you different types of reactions. Right. So now you have some more information about why the positive axis point is so important. If you have more questions, need more information, make sure you check us out at ctdbowling.com. Ronald Hicklin, CEO for Creating a Difference. Have a great day.